In the 21st century, a nation's military strength has never been a simple matter of counting tanks, aircraft, or boots on the ground. Instead, it is a complex equation comprising financial capacity, proprietary scientific and technological foundations, long-range logistical capabilities, geographical strategic depth, and the resilience of the economy under conditions of strategic attrition. Based on authoritative defense databases and shifting geopolitical trends, here is a detailed breakdown of the 10 most powerful military entities on the planet. Tier I, the 3 global strategic superpowers. This group comprises the 3 nations that possess a fully operational nuclear triad: land-based intercontinental missiles, strategic nuclear submarines, and strategic bombers, granting them the capacity for mutual assured destruction and the ability to reshape the global landscape within mere hours. 1. The United States, USA. Absolute power, rooted in budget and expeditionary capability. The United States continues to maintain its position as the world's #1 military superpower, sustained by a core military doctrine: the ability to project power anywhere in the world. U.S. defense budget is greater than the combined defense budgets of the next 9 nations. Inaccessible air power. The U.S. Air Force, USAF, and U.S. Navy possess the largest inventory of 5th-generation fighter aircraft, F-22 Raptor, F-35 Lightning II, in the world. America's aerial dominance is anchored by a massive fleet of aerial refueling tankers and airborne early warning and control (AWACS) aircraft, enabling continuous combat air patrols. Expeditionary naval power, U.S. Navy. The cornerstone of American power lies in its 11 nuclear-powered carrier strike groups. Each Nimitz-class or Gerald R. Ford-class supercarrier functions as a mobile floating airbase, capable of deploying over 80 combat aircraft, escorted by Aegis-equipped destroyers providing advanced ballistic missile defense. Vulnerabilities. The operational and maintenance costs of U.S. hardware are exceptionally high. Furthermore, the defense supply chain relies heavily on global components, and recruitment shortfalls driven by a declining interest among American youth to enlist pose significant internal challenges. 2. The Russian Federation. Inherited strength and asymmetric deterrence capabilities. Despite enduring stringent international sanctions, Russia retains its status as a military superpower due to the massive technological legacy of the Soviet Union combined with breakthroughs in next-generation weaponry. Nuclear shield and saber. Russia holds the world's largest nuclear arsenal, approximately 5,500 to 6,000 warheads. Its primary advantage lies in strategic cruise and hypersonic missile technologies such as Avangard, Zircon, and Kinzhal. These weapons travel at multiple times the speed of sound on unpredictable trajectories, rendering Western air defense systems largely ineffective. The art of ground warfare. The Russian armed forces command an unmatched volume and variety of artillery, alongside world-renowned multi-layered air defense systems, S-400, S-500. This architecture creates highly effective anti-access, area denial, A2/AD bubbles. Vulnerabilities. Lessons from recent wars of attrition demonstrate that Russia faces hurdles in maintaining long-range logistical pipelines. The proportion of precision-guided munitions smart bombs is not absolute, and its real-time satellite reconnaissance capabilities still lag behind those of the United States. 3. China, PRC. A rapid-fire modernization drive. The People's Liberation Army, PLA, represents the fastest evolving military force in modern history, transitioning from a mass-dependent army into a high-tech powerhouse. Broadband, naval expansion. China currently fields the largest number of warships globally by hull count, though total displacement remains second to the US. With 3 aircraft carriers, Liaoning, Shandong, and the electromagnetic catapult-equipped Fujian, Beijing is actively enforcing a strategy designed to push US influence back beyond the first island chain. Indigenous weaponization. The PRC has achieved domestic production of its fifth-generation stealth fighter, J-20, highly sophisticated reconnaissance strike UAVs, and a specialized array of anti-ship ballistic missiles dubbed carrier killers, such as the DF-21D and DF-26. Vulnerabilities. The PLA lacks large-scale, modern combat experience, having not fought a major war in decades. Its command structure remains heavily politicized, and achieving total independence in advanced jet engine technology remains a persistent bottleneck. Tier 2. Regional powers and proprietary technologies. 4. India, a transforming giant. Situated at the heart of South Asia, India's military doctrine is constructed to simultaneously counter two border challenges: Pakistan and China. Endless human resources. India possesses an immense active and reserve force, with specialized capabilities in high-altitude mountain warfare, particularly along the Himalayan frontier. 2. Ocean naval ambitions. India is one of the few Asian nations to maintain continuous operations of carrier strike groups, INS Vikramaditya, INS Vikrant, aimed at securing dominance over the Indian Ocean. Vulnerabilities. Domestic defense development programs, such as the Arjun tank or the Tejas fighter, progress slowly. The Indian military operates a diverse patchwork of Russian, American, French, and Israeli systems, creating complex logistical and synchronization challenges. 5. South Korea, the high-tech fortress of East Asia. Living under constant strategic pressure from the north, South Korea has built one of the most elite and combat-ready militaries in the world. An emerging defense exporter, South Korea has evolved from self-sufficiency to becoming a major global arms supplier, catering to Europe and the Middle East. Its K-2 Black Panther main battle tank and K-9 Thunder self-propelled howitzer are widely considered premier conventional land assets. Air power and innovation. Operating fleets of F-15K and F-35 aircraft, South Korea has also successfully developed its own 4.5+ generation fighter, the KF-21 Boramae. Vulnerabilities. The nation lacks strategic geographical depth. The capital city of Seoul sits well within range of North Korea's conventional artillery, leaving the country highly vulnerable to sudden, opening salvo escalations. 6 and 7. The United Kingdom and France, Europe's elite military brains. While both nations drastically downsized their conventional troop numbers after the Cold War, the UK and France remain Western Europe's nuclear-tipped powers. France. Absolute autonomy. France maintains a uniquely independent defense philosophy, designing and manufacturing everything domestically, from fighter jets, Rafale, and nuclear aircraft carriers, Charles de Gaulle, to submarines and missiles. Its expeditionary forces, notably the French Foreign Legion, maintain high operational independence in regions like Africa. The United Kingdom, alliance powerhouse. The Royal Navy operates two massive Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers deploying F-35B stealth fighters. The British Armed Forces are highly professionalized and maintain the highest tier of tactical and intelligence interoperability with the United States. Common vulnerabilities. Both nations maintain small standing workforces, around 200,000 active personnel each. In a high attrition, state-on-state conventional conflict, they would rapidly deplete their personnel and hardware reserves without NATO's wider industrial backing. 8. Japan. Masked strength behind a defensive shield. Although Article 9 of the Japanese Constitution restricts the nation's military to the Japan Self-Defense Forces (JSDF), its practical capabilities far exceed the modesty of its name. Top-tier naval technology. Japan deploys highly advanced Aegis-equipped destroyers and the Soryu and Taige-class diesel-electric submarines, widely regarded as the quietest conventional subs in the world. Furthermore, Japan has retrofitted its Izumo-class helicopter destroyers to operate F-35B stealth fighters, effectively turning them into light aircraft carriers. Vulnerabilities. Constitutional restrictions bar Japan from possessing explicitly offensive long-range assets such as long-range strategic bombers. Additionally, rapid demographic aging has triggered a severe recruitment crisis across all military branches. 9. Turkey, pioneers of the drone warfare era. Turkey serves as a critical geostrategic military hinge at the crossroads of Europe and the Middle East. UAV hegemony. Ankara has redefined modern battlefield dynamics with cost-effective, high-efficiency unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, such as the Bayraktar TB2 and the Kızılelma stealth drone. Conventional muscle. Turkey commands the second-largest standing army in NATO, after the US, possessing battle-hardened ground troops with extensive operational experience in Syria, Libya, and the Caucasus. Vulnerabilities. Sustained domestic inflation strains the long-term defense budget. Friction with NATO allies, such as the US and Greece, occasionally restricts Turkey's access to top-tier Western technologies. 10. Italy, the Mediterranean maritime power. Italy rounds out the top 10 with a balanced, highly specialized military framework focusing on naval and air capabilities to secure Europe's southern flank. Maritime dominance. Italy operates 2 light aircraft carriers, Cavour and Giuseppe Garibaldi, backed by a modern surface fleet built by its domestic shipbuilding giant, Fincantieri. Italy also serves as a primary European assembly and checkout hub for the F-35 program. Vulnerabilities. Domestic economic headwinds and high public debt mean Italy routinely falls short of NATO's 2% GDP defense spending target. Rome's military posture is primarily designed for regional defense and peacekeeping rather than unilateral global power projection. Rank 1. Country: USA. Iconic asset: Ford-class carrier, F-35. Greatest strength: global power projection. Primary challenge: high operational and maintenance costs. Rank 2. Country: Russia. Iconic asset: a Vanguard hypersonic missile, S-400. Greatest strength: massive nuclear arsenal, strategic missiles. Primary challenge: high-tech supply chain bottlenecks. Rank 3. Country: China. Iconic asset: J-20 stealth fighter, DF-26 missile. Greatest strength: industrial shipbuilding, fiscal power. Primary challenge: shortage of modern combat experience. Rank 4. Country: India. Iconic asset: INS Vikrant aircraft carrier. Greatest strength: mass manpower, high-altitude capabilities. Primary challenge: interoperability of multi-sourced gear. Rank 5. Country: South Korea. Iconic asset: K2 tank, Kenyan howitzer. Greatest strength: land warfare tech, domestic manufacturing. Primary challenge: complete lack of strategic depth. Rank 6. Country: France. Iconic asset: Rafale fighter. Greatest strength: 100% technological sovereignty. Primary challenge: limited conventional scale. Rank 7. Country: UK. Iconic asset: Queen Elizabeth carrier. Greatest strength: professionalism, deep alliance integration. Primary challenge: limited long-term independent endurance. Rank 8. Country: Japan. Iconic asset: Taigei-class submarine. Greatest strength: anti-submarine warfare, advanced navy. Primary challenge: constitutional limits, aging population. Rank 9. Country: Turkey. Iconic asset: Bayraktar TB2 drone. Greatest strength: drone innovations, battle-hardened army. Primary challenge: economic and currency instability. Rank 10. Country: Italy. Iconic asset. Cavour aircraft carrier. Greatest strength. Naval control of the Mediterranean. Primary challenge. Rigidly constrained defense budget. Conclusion. Looking at the broader picture, the military landscape is shifting from a unipolar system, US hegemony, toward a fragmented multipolar reality. Middle-tier powers such as South Korea and Turkey are rising rapidly by capturing specific technological niches like drones and cost-effective artillery. Meanwhile, the top-tier superpowers have entered a fierce race for military artificial intelligence, AI, autonomous weapon systems, and space-based operational capabilities.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to support the channel and watch the next video for more amazing content. See you next time.